This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It is, why am I shouting? It's Friday. I'm so excited. February 26th. I'm Tori and I'm here with Lindsay and Brandon. And you looking great in Wedgwood.
Thank you.
Wedgwood
the color
blue.
is so specific. Thank you
Very
so much.
good looking color. All right. Well, the first time since giving up his royal duties, maybe for the first time ever, we're seeing what Prince Harry is really like, or at least what he's like on late night TV with James Corden. And we even hear him rap. Take a look.
Now, this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. Now, take a minute.
Sit right there.
Sit right there.
I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called...
There.
Look at you! Oh boy, that was excellent. The segment was shot all over LA. We got to see more Meghan Markle FaceTime her hubby. That's so cute. Look at that. Apparently her pet name for him is Haz, H-A-Z. And in a candid moment, Harry revealed the reason he left Britain behind. Take a look.
We all know what the British press can be like. and it was destroying my mental health. I was
Really?
like, this is toxic.
Yeah.
So I did what any husband and what any father would do, is like, I need to get my family out of here. But we never walked away. And as far as I'm concerned, whatever decisions are made on that side, I will never walk away.
Interesting. Well, the interview was filmed before the Queen confirmed he and Meghan would lose all their royal duties and before his big interview with Oprah, which airs March 7th. So 2 things here. 1, awesome to hear from Prince Harry. I feel like I never hear from him. But 2, the Queen also had a moment yesterday, and you're not supposed to go against the Queen in terms of media, so it's a little protocol break there. What do you guys think about leaving for his mental health, Linz?
I just love that he's doing these interviews because for so long we've all obsessed over the royal family and had no real access to them besides like an ITV interview, BBC, that was like super sit down and polished. And this is just like James Corden rapping, like it's so against protocol. I'm sure it's not only that he broke everything on the same day as the Queen, he's doing this. This is like not okay. And I just am eating up every single moment of this.
Lindsay, I don't want to rain on your parade right here, but I think I represent the Americans who really don't care.
No, there's nobody who doesn't care.
I don't want to see him ruin the words of the greatest theme song to a sitcom TV show theme song ever in the world. And I think there are a lot of people out there who do not care about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle coming over to the United States.
Do you count the number of people that watch the wedding all over the world? Who are these people?
Because of the drama behind it. But now that he's over here, they're going to be looked at, and they're looked at as just another couple of rich celebrities that's doing TV and not really broke away from a monarch, but they're just being looked at as another couple of rich celebrities. I'm sorry, this wasn't good TV to me, but I'll let you have your moment.
Wow.
We liked it.
You have been watching all the bad TV all over Netflix and Hulu, but this wasn't good TV? Okay, you've been wasting hours of your time watching nonsense, but this wasn't good TV.
What did you learn just now that
what we learned? Here's what we learned
TV?
that I found was really interesting. The word Diana, this is geeky, means the huntress. So in Greek mythology, she's the hunter, Diana. And literally, his mother was hunted to death, right, by the paparazzi. She was hunted to death. And I think we learned just how much anger he has at the British press for that he would literally give up everything. They killed his mother. They killed almost him.
And also, the crown is supposed to be the _1 thing. He said, no, my family and my wife are the #1
Tori
thing.
just came up
I
with
think
a
that's
YouTube
huge.
conspiracy theory just now. You're going to let that slide?
No, I'm not. I just think I think he feels hunted by the British press, and he's wanting to walk away. And I think that's interesting.
I wish we would have megaphoned that, because I don't think people really care.
Write us in. Please let us know. Let us know. All right. Well, some big news on the vaccine front. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is set to become the 3rd to be approved for use in America. The FDA could release its decision by this evening. This would be the first single-shot vaccine approved for use. Meantime, we're about a year into the pandemic, and people are starting to get really stir-crazy. This is crazy, y'all. You ready for this? Believe it or not, a lot of Americans are willing to give up some crazy things to be able to go on vacay again. So according to a Trivago survey, we all think of the Trivago guy, don't we? That's the first thing you think of. 48% of people would give up their job. Wow. 38%, Lindsay, would give up sex for a year.
I don't believe that.
A quarter of people would fork over their entire life savings, and 1 in 5, or 20% of people, would dump their partner to go on vacation. Wow. Y'all, whoa.
So where are you at on this, Lindsay?
I would give up my favorite foods probably to go travel more.
Oh, okay.
For how long?
The duration of my travel.
So a week. I'm itching. I'm really itching.
Do you believe this? Do you really believe that people would give up necessities in life?
I read somebody had a hilarious tweet that said, well, whatever percentage of people that weren't having sex, they probably are those same people that said they would give up sex to travel. So it's not like it's the same amount that
I'm having a dry spell anyway. Might as well.
A lot of people travel to get sex, so I understand that part of it. But this is a daytime talk show, so
that's
we're not going
breaking
there.
news. I usually travel for the culture.
What would you give up, Brandon, to travel? Because you both, the three of us, we love it and we miss it. What would you really give up? Something that means something.
On the spot like that? Thank you.
Oh, we got played out.
Thank you. Because I was about to say my job.
All right, that's good.
Like, yeah.
Before we go to break, we've got a viral video for you. A high school band in Washington State has come up with an interesting solution to safely practice together in the middle of a pandemic. That music saved Brandon. Let's take a look at this band. guys. That is so sad.
Did we really just play this?
The tuba player probably doesn't have any room to breathe.
Excuse me, I used to play cello, and we didn't have room to breathe anyway. We were on top of each other. Okay, I don't know if you guys know the size of a cello, this big.
Why pick the cello? That's my question. It's an enormous
I was
instrument.
copying off my sister. I probably regret it to this day. It's not like I don't have a real explanation
For cello?
That's why I played cello for 12 years. I just was copying off my older sister.
Y'all could have been the Venus and Serena of cello playing.
Yeah, we failed, you guys. I'm sorry.
I feel so bad for those guys because band was always so fun when you. Well, for me, is that nerdy?
The band orchestra wasn't fun to me. I got yelled at all the time for
really?
wearing skirts. You know, cello, you got to put it between your legs. So I used to play over here. It was really awkward experience for me. But
Brandon, did you play an instrument?
I played the trumpet. I used to play the trumpet. That was my first love, the trumpet. Because back in school, you had to pick either chorus or the band, and they said I didn't have a voice.
The trumpet, wow.
So
the trumpet. We should get him
to hear your singing voice.
Oh, we'll double dog dare him after this. Coming up on DBL, singer, actor, entertainer, and game show host John Davidson is joining us for our series, Classic Game Show Hosts, Where Are They Now? And a man is turning the tables and suing his female boss for gender discrimination. Ooh, it's gonna get heated. Does he have a case? The debate is next. Join in.
This is a Smile Direct Club aligner.
So Stephanie, let's fast forward to delivery day. You go into labor early, your husband is out of town. What happens when you get to the hospital?
I'm scared out of my mind because I am acutely aware that this is the day I'm going to die. And so imagine being buried alive and you're just holding your breath or like trying to get as much air as you can as the dirt is being pushed onto you. And so I'm being triaged. The doctor's
At DBL, we're always on.
I'm in control. You're trying to give a conversation up here.
Shouldn't he be held accountable?
Absolutely.
This is where I'm gonna push back. Is this my shocked face?
Tori, I will walk off the set.
You should. This February, DBL is all new. I agree with Al on this one. Every day.
Yeah, wow, I said it, Tori. Yo. I'm in control.
Welcome back to DBL, everyone. Check out all our co-workers at home using the pandemic, keeping up the great work, keeping up their sanity. We miss you guys so much. You have no idea. Well, let me get to this story because I can't wait to hear what everyone has to say. A British man is suing his former employer for gender discrimination. Okay. He says he worked in a women-dominated lab and claims his female boss, who you see here, instructed him to carry boxes, quote, because you're a man. When he explained he couldn't because of a hernia, he says she told him to, quote, man up. The man also claims his boss repeatedly told him to go away during girls-only conversations, and he was told, quote, you're lucky to have your job, as everyone was shocked that it was a guy being employed. We normally only employ females because men are less organized, unquote. What do you think of this? Is it fair for a man to sue for gender discrimination?
Sounds like he has a case to me.
You want to know my thought with you?
What?
1,000% correct.
Really?
Why would we only do gender discrimination against one gender? What's the point of that? Of course, this man is a case.
I think this is so, I'm so caught off guard by this because this is never the case.
Right, it's so rare, right?
It's so rare. It's almost like with any situation that's usually one-sided, this is like, whoa. But as you're naming things, I'm like, of course he has a fair case right now. Of course he has something to argue. And some of these things are like, it has to go both ways, right? If you're telling people you can't be discriminated against, then neither can the other group, right? You can't just go on and do the same thing back to them.
Who would think that this couldn't do it? Tell me why you think it's a good case, Brandon.
I think it's great because, I mean, you just look at what Terry Crews during the Me Too movement, when he came out and said that he was, sexually abused by a woman of higher power when he was coming up in this industry. So people made fun of him, though. People were blasting him on Instagram, and people were saying that, well, now you're going to force other men not to come out and not to come and talk about these things because it can happen on both sides. So I think that, one, this guy is kind of playing to the audience right now, playing to the climate of where we are right now. I don't think it was probably as worse as he's saying it is, but he's like, hey, I have an opportunity to do it.
And if it's discrimination, that's the end of it. Period. I'm trying to do that thing that was cool.
Period.
But I also will say, famously, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, one of her famous cases was widowers of women who had lost men in the war were given a certain amount of money. But men who had women lost in the war weren't getting that, the same thing. And she flipped it, and not only did that, stayed close with the gentleman that was in the case and married him again as the officiant.
Wow.
So she stood up for, everyone knows her as women's rights, women empowerment. She also is part of a huge male empowerment case. So it should go both ways, y'all.
Her legacy is lasting and going through everything.
Yeah,
RBG.
dropping dimes today.
Forever. Coming up on DBL, when it comes to 80s game shows, John Davidson was the guy. We're talking to the entertainer in our series, Classic Game Show hosts. Where are they now?
Hi, I'm Lori Grenier, and
numbers thrown around when it comes to Johnson & Johnson's coronavirus vaccine. But what do they mean? Let's connect the dots. The FDA has released its analysis of the single-shot COVID vaccine, reporting it was 66% effective in preventing moderate to severe cases around the world. But when you don't include moderate cases, it's 85% effective in preventing severe illness. What's even more impressive was it completely prevented hospitalizations and death. Even some of the figures that don't look as promising have a silver lining. Johnson & Johnson's shot was only 64% effective in South African trials, where a contagious variant is now responsible for most cases. But that's significantly better than other vaccines tried in the country and led the government to stop administering the AstraZeneca vaccine and start giving Johnson & Johnson's instead. The other reason health experts think the Johnson & Johnson vaccine could be an effective weapon in the war on COVID is it's a single shot. Plus, it can be stored at normal refrigeration temperatures for at least 3 months, making it easier to distribute and fully vaccinate people.
DBL. Nope, welcome back to DBL. When it comes to game shows, John Davidson is the face of the 80s. From That's Incredible to Time Machine to Hollywood Squares, he did it all and more. Well, earlier we had the honor to speak with John in our series, Classic Game Show Hosts. Where are they now? Yes, John. Hi, welcome to DBL. Before we dive...
Hi, gang. Congratulations on the show. It's going well.
Thank you. Yeah, we feel pretty lucky. We love what we do, just like, you've always loved entertainment, from singing to hosting game shows. Before we dive into the legend, that is Hollywood Squares, I wanted to chat with you about That's Incredible, a show that had some amazing and dangerous acts. During one of the episodes, your co-host, Fran Tarkenton, talked with a very young guest who is making headlines today. Let's take a look at that clip.
This is Eldrick Tiger Woods, and Eldrick is an accomplished golfer. He wins tournaments on a regular basis and has shot close to par on 18-hole courses. Incredibly, Tiger here is only 5 years old.
What do you remember about Tiger being on the show, and what was he like at that young of an age?
Well, I must tell you, unfortunately, I just watched the clip after Fran had already done it. Kathy Lee Crosby and Fran and I did That's Incredible, but the secret to the show was this incredible production staff that put all these stories together. So often I would go out and interview people that Kathy Lee wasn't there, or Fran. So we all had different, because Tiger was a young sports figure, so Fran did that one. I was proud of That's Incredible when it celebrated human triumph over mental and physical obstacles. There were moments on That's Incredible when we had arguments, Kathy Lee and Fran and I, about the truth of what we were doing. We did some things that were clearly magicians and claiming that they had ESP or something, and they were just doing a magic trick. So it was controversial in that way, but I was very proud of the show. It was a top 5 show for 3 years. It was great.
John, thanks for being here, first of all, and I got to get back to Hollywood Squares because I know you guys had a blast on that show, sometimes at your expense, but we dug up a little clip I want to show you and then get your side of the story.
He cheated and looked at your card. I saw him looking at your card.
Oh.
He looked back at your card. I saw him look at your card.
I knew the answer. Okay.
No, wait just a minute.
Oh.
I saw him leaning back like this and looking at the card.
Check, please.
I knew, looking at the card. I
knew
saw
the
you
answer.
right here.
I knew the
What was going through your mind when that contestant took a dive?
I couldn't get my breath. I literally couldn't breathe. It was a April Fool's joke they played on me. And the whole studio audience knew that these were stunt people, that the girl was a stunt lady and the guy. So they were in on it. And all the stars in the big apparatus, the big tic-tac-toe board across from me, they all knew it. But I was just blown away. I thought she'd killed him. She pushed him backwards off of our pedestal, which is it's like 12, 13 feet.
Whoa.
And he fell onto a mattress. So it just scared the hell out of me. I love doing squares because I got to meet a lot of famous people without going to Hollywood parties. And maybe I didn't go to enough Hollywood parties. I don't know. But it's a proven format. All the stars were given jokes to do, but they weren't given the questions. My center square, when I hosted it with Joan Rivers and Tom Bergeron's center square was Whoopi Goldberg. So it's a proven format. It was a lot of fun.
All right, well, John, I'm sensing a theme here. I'm sensing that a lot of times, a lot of people want to give you a hard time. So we found this clip from the show of another guest that liked to give you a hard time.
Can you believe this, huh? Here we are. Hello, Squares. By the way, I'm told to hold this up.
What is that?
It's John's book, My Story, the whole story by John Davidson, a collection of his wit. Notice how thin the book is. We're moving on.
Now, tell us, John, was Alf your most difficult guest?
No, he was great. Alf, the guy who did Alf, was just so clever. He had his own series at the time, and I think we kind of helped to launch Alf's career, so I was kind of proud of that. Very, very clever guy.
And I just love how you don't take yourself seriously. It's so becoming, and I think that's why so many people became a fan of you, is because you never got offended and always in on the joke. You truly are a jack of all trades, and I know the pandemic has stopped you from performing for now. So what's next? In about 30 seconds, because we're running out of time, any big projects that are in the works for you this year?
Oh, just live performing. I sing with my guitar and my banjo, and I do a live show. I'm developing a supper club experience in Sandwich, New Hampshire, where I live, and I'm calling it Club Sandwich.
I love
it. Seemed like a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing my live show there starting this summer, when COVID-19 is hopefully gone.
Yeah, we hope so. And I hope that we can somehow go out and see you perform. You have such an incredible voice.
I want to eventually live in Sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, John, thank you so much for joining us here in DBL. And to our DBL Nation, to see everything that John is up to, visit his website, johndavidson.com. Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
We'll be right back.
Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.
Promotional consideration is brought to you.
Let's start with the claim. Quote, the COVID-19 vaccine really isn't a vaccine in the medical definition of a vaccine, end quote. Why are we talking about this? Well, posts like these have been showing up for months saying that the vaccines aren't legitimate and that taking them could change your DNA or cause other frightening outcomes. So let's verify. Are these claims accurate? Do existing COVID-19 vaccines fail to meet the medical definition of vaccine? Our sources are the CDC, the Department of Health and Human Services, and Dr. Daniel Salmon, a professor at Johns Hopkins with specialties in epidemiology and vaccine safety. So right off the bat, these posts are misleading. They talk about the medical definition of a vaccine, but there isn't just one single definition. The DHHS actually lists multiple types of vaccines. They work differently, but their purpose is the same. They prevent disease.
What a preventative vaccine is something you give to your body that stimulates an immune response so that if and when you're exposed to the natural infection, your body will already be prepared to respond. Certainly, the COVID vaccines fall into that category of being a preventative vaccines.
So the vaccines are legitimate. And as for the second part of the claim, well, the CDC and Dr. Salmon say existing vaccines don't change or interact with your DNA in any way.
People think, oh my God, it's gonna change my DNA or it's somehow altering my DNA. And that's not the case at all. I mean, it's a technological approach. I mean, if you think about it, if you eat an apple, you've just eaten the DNA of an apple. That doesn't mean that it's going to change your DNA. It's certainly not going to turn you into an apple, right?
So bottom line, these claims are false. With the Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
This February, DBL is all new every day.
No, I think that's ridiculous.
Really? Okay. Like, it is such a joke. I was shocked. I meant for you to chime in on. I don't know what you're saying. DBL is just getting started.
Here come the Pistons.
I love this story. Stick with us in 2021. We're going to have a great year. love our theme song. Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. Cassandra says from Facebook, I love the Queen and most of the family. Betty says, I don't know what Brandon is talking about. Seeing Harry be casual and unbuttoned was refreshing.
Amen, Betty.
Betty.
One button undone.
No, but she meant metaphorically.
Oh, okay.
Suzanne says, I happen to love Harry and Meghan. Victoria says, I'm thoroughly disgusted with Harry. He turned his back on his family. I thought he was wrong to marry an actress in the first place. Let me tell you guys something. When I flew out to London to cover the Harry and Meghan wedding, the number one thing wasn't that she was biracial or that she was American. A lot of people were disgusted that she was an actress. Isn't that interesting?
What the heck?
They thought it was a lower class kind of thing.
And now he's in Hollywood, where the actresses and actors live, and he's upstaged the Queen.
Cassie just said, I gave up Oreo cookies for the rest of my life, and then she wrote sad face. That's horrible.
She's doing that to travel, she's saying.
No, she says, I think she had to give it up just in general.
Even the double stuff?
Oh, that's the best.
At least for traveling, I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, I'd give up Oreos. Dixie says, I wouldn't give up any of those things to travel. And then she says, y'all ain't right.
What?
Dixie called us out. All right, goodbye to coworkers, all of them at home. We miss you when the pandemic is over. We'll be back together again in the studio. DBL's new every day. We'll see you Monday. Bye, guys.
DBL.